So, this is our first podcast. Well, I should say my podcast.
Yeah, I'm just subbing in. This is a test run, I guess.
Shut up. This is my buddy, Mike Barron. He's been one of my best friends for a long time. I'll let him introduce himself. Actually, before we get started with that, I just want to give a shout out to these slippers right here. I don't know who makes this.
Man. No one needs to fucking.
But if you're watching this and you are the creator of these slippers, give me a sponsorship because I wear these every single day. Continue, my
Those
boy.
aren't even yours.
They might be my sister, but it's whatever. It's neither here nor there.
Alright, but hi guys, my name is Mike. I've been Jason's friend for a little too long now.
That sounds about right.
Hopefully after this podcast we could just part ways. But very excited, thank you for inviting me on. I don't know, man. What do you want to talk about today?
Describe who you are, like your job, maybe how long you've known each other, stuff like that. Fun facts.
Is this a test if I fail? That I don't know how many years we've been friends.
I don't even know the answer to that.
But yeah, we've been friends since like probably high school, like beginning of high school.
Had to be like my sophomore year, your senior year, or like maybe even
like,
before that.
Probably like junior year or something like that. But it's been an interesting ride, you know. Kind of like going through college with like studying like graphic design, and you starting out with fitness when I was pretty much maybe a sophomore or junior. I'm just kind of
College,
like,
yeah.
just like kind of like going through stuff and like figuring it out and designing for you guys ever since. So that's been fun to see everything like actually produced. But as far as what I do, I work for the Jets right now. Shout out.
There you go, baby.
Always got a rep. That's me wearing an Elephant shirt right now.
It's fucked up.
But I've been working there for like 3 years so far.
How's that going?
It's good. It's awesome. It's like you never really think about the things that go into like everything that like game day production or just different advertisement stuff. Like things you have to prepare for, things that probably no one really even cares about.
I mean, it's
that
kind of
seemed like a big deal, but if they weren't there, then people would know like right away something's wrong. So
yeah, in a sense, you get to you're seeing everything like unfold, working for like a giant company, and you know, you're in the NFL space, so that's like a giant culture in its own. So taking care of the stuff that happens within the company, being in the Jets, and then how that kind of works.
Yeah, I just went on that conference too, like meeting all these different teams. So it was like, at first you're kind of like in this like your own bubble, and not really knowing what else is out there.
Yeah.
Just kind of designing for the Jets, and then just like talking to other people, you kind of realize like people go through the same like problems you have. Like if it's getting people like in the seats at games or different things with game day production and like video board sizes and how to keep people more entertained.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's totally different. Like I never thought like I'd be actually working for the Jets or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely insane because I was working at a printing company before.
I remember when you got the job, like all of our friends went nuts. Then you went out and bought a Subaru we called a Rari.
Yeah.
If I'm not
It's
mistaken.
got flames and the Hemi.
Anyways, one of the reasons why I invited Mike on the podcast first is because he's one of my more creative friends, and I feel like we just connect on a different level than anyone else because one, we're kind of like almost in the same space. Mike does do a lot of work for Alpha Fitness and all of our other brands and companies going on. So I feel like we relate on that level where we both like came up working for creative jobs. I worked for a company called Sprayground in the city. I interned there my junior and senior year of college, so I got to see kind of like how things were done, like a bigger company. Well, not on the scale of the Jets, obviously.
It's a big scale though. Like everyone wears those backpacks now. There was actually someone talking to me at work the other day, and they were saying how like they were just going to someone else saying, oh, we should do these like backpacks or something like that.
They actually they have partnerships with like a lot.
I was like, you're
NBA
just hearing
teams.
about this now. Like it's been like a couple of years now, so it's kind of funny how people are just so set back.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like when I started working for them, they weren't nearly at the scale that they're growing right now. So they were kind of smaller. I was with them when they dropped like maybe their second biggest summer collection. That's like their big thing back to school. So I got to see kind of like how all that works, working in every single department, you know, doing sales, marketing, helping design backpacks. It helped me a lot, and I learned a lot, which I carried through moving on to Alpha Fitness, trying to pursue that full time after I graduated college. But some things I would like to talk about too is like I feel like between me and Mike, we're kind of like chasing the same thing almost. We both have jobs we work for full time, but we're also chasing our side hustles, which we want to kind of let that turn into something down the line.
Right? Like just like keep creating stuff. That's what.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's what like I like doing, and I've kind of like heard it from other people too. It's just like you just keep doing something, and like not saying like it eventually comes to whatever you want to do, but at least you're having fun. I mean, at least I am.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, like you wanna do something you're passionate about, and obviously make a lot of money, but you gotta like work your ass off to do it because from the start, if you're starting from like ground zero, starting a small business or a small company, like you have to fucking work from ground zero and work your way until you start making a little bit of money until it can take over your life full time.
How much money you got right now?
I got like $5 in my pocket, so I'm good for like ice cream after this. But I feel like there's no one else really in my circle that can relate on that level because everyone else is kind of just doing like a full-time job or pursuing like their career, which is completely fine. But I feel like it takes like a certain set of balls to like really go after something you want and not be kind of driven into that mold how like society makes you want to go into like a full-time job.
Well, I also work more of, I mean, I guess you work for a full-time job too, but like how many hours do you think you work like a day?
Today, for example, I had open Orange Theory Gym. For those of you who don't know, I work at a gym as a personal trainer, bulletproof trainer. I opened the gym at 4:30 a.m. I got back to my house around 11. I took a nap from 11 to 12, got back up, and literally worked until you came here. So that was 4:30. I'll give myself maybe like an hour or two break in between. So 4:30, what time is it now? 8?
Yeah, about.
So it's like a 12-hour day. That's normal. So there's the majority of my time I spend working, honestly, which I don't mind because I actually enjoy creating, like you said, and just testing myself and just seeing things fall together eventually after a while after you've been working for so long, seeing things come to fruition. It's an awesome like feeling, and it's hard to explain, but like I just feel like I was always in this path per se. Like I feel like we've had conversations like this, since we were like just like sophomores, freshmen in high school.
Yeah, it's just it's a different thing. Like you get kind of like lost in what you like doing, and like I was up till maybe like 1:30 doing logos for you. Like and it's like, yeah, I am tired, but it's like I want to make this look sick. Like it's just you get that feeling of like gratification of like no one really knows you. Like you're like kind of like behind this in a sense, or you're like doing it, but you're just doing it because like you see how people react, and it's almost like you do it for other people, but not really.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool when you have like an idea in your head and you bring it to life, especially too like I get the most enjoyment out of like creating things for Alva because like I see these things in my head and being able to like visualize it. If I either create it or if I can explain it to Mike well enough where he can bring it to life, like that pumps me up, and then creating like a whole campaign around that. And then just seeing people rock it over time, and like now that the brand's growing and I'm seeing like random people starting to buy stuff like all over the country, seeing them post stuff, it's a super cool feeling. And I just feel like I'm almost like creating like a culture, like a community, so to speak. And that's what I want to continue doing,
It's a good dream, man. But yeah, like I was saying before, I feel like sometimes like you're almost pursuing your dream more than me in a way, because like I'm working at the Jets. It's like
yeah, but you can still do it.
I can still do it, but I feel like it's like let's say I'm like commuting or whatever, and it's like a longer thing.
Yeah.
But it's like I think eventually I want to get to that point where it's like my side hustle takes over
Yeah, of course.
my full.
I think with me, I'm pretty crazy as a person, and I think I went a little balls to the wall, so to speak. So like, I don't feel like a lot of people know this, but right when I graduated college, I I had a shit ton of job offers. I mean, I wasn't like the best student, but I guess like since I was like running my own business at the time, it looked really good on my resume, and like I had like kind of like a higher up position at the internships and jobs I did have, right? So like one of the first interviews I had while I was going through like my finals of senior year was with Google. I interviewed with them 4 times, and I nailed the first 3. And whoever was in charge of like scheduling me for interviews scheduled me with the wrong person, so I had an extra 4th one, which I wasn't expecting. And this took place on the day of my last 2 finals, and there was like no other day I could possibly do it. So I had to take 2 finals beforehand, and the prior night was the only night like all of my friends were going to be out for the last time. So of course I went out and I stayed up all night.
No excuses.
I went out. I got home at like probably like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Had a final at 9. Had a final at 12. Had to take a bus to Chelsea to Google headquarters. I interviewed there, and like not only was my brain so fried like I couldn't understand what the guy was saying, but also they were like asking me like the most complex questions like ever.
It's Google. What do you expect?
Exactly. They were asking like how many trees were in Central Park. They were asking me like if they had like a certain technology.
You should have told them to go count them or Google it.
Imagine I said that. But yeah, I had a bunch of interviews. I accepted a job offer with this smaller marketing firm called AUI in Cranford like a few weeks later. And I was just like thinking about like how my future was going to play out for the next couple of months. And I was like, knowing myself, I'm like, I can't sit still. I have too much energy, and you know, I love interacting with people and I love annoying people. So I just couldn't imagine myself. I couldn't just imagine myself like sitting at a desk all day. So I show up to my first day of work, and I walk into the lobby, and I just like, I was like having like a mental talk in my head, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. So like the lady called me in so I can get onboarded, and then she goes, all right, Jason, now's your time, blah, 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 follow me. I was like, hold on, I'll be right back. And instead of being right back, I just left, and I went home, never showed up there again. I just left, and I was like, I don't think I could ever like hold a job like this. So I went home, I told my parents, they were super pissed. So I spent like another like month looking for a job. So I ended up accepting a job with an IT startup in Princeton, and I worked there for about 8 months until I decided to become a personal trainer at Orange Theory, which I'm still doing to this day, and I'm about like a year in right now.
What certification do you have?
I have a NASM certified personal trainer. It's pretty much like the most standard and.
That's not like the highest one, right? Or is it just like...
Out of like certified personal trainers, that's probably like the most...
What other ones are there? I don't even know.
There's just different organizations that have personal trainer. You can go for like a group trainer, personal trainer, strength and conditioning specialist, but as far as like a basic certified personal trainer, like NASM's probably...
Does NASM cover you for Orange?
Yeah. I didn't even have to get that. Like I went above and beyond. Like that's like the most widely accepted and recognized organization. They would have taken like literally anything, but you know, I just wanted to have that to add to my resume. So yeah, like I do that personal training. I mean, I've been in and out of gyms, but I've been just working on growing Alba, and then we just started another company called Brandswagon, which is a digital agency. So I'm running those 2 companies in my pretty much all of my time.
How much time left do you have?
I don't know. Sky's the limit.
How much time do you have for your boys?
That's another thing too. Like, I feel like me and you relate on such a way. Like, our mindsets are just so different from everyone else because I feel like it kind of has to do with the line of work we're in and kind of what we're doing. So since
I feel like we're more like, kind of like
we're just more open.
Yeah, we're ready for anything, and it's just like we want to figure stuff out. Like it's not like you're gonna turn someone else down because it's like, nah, I don't know how to do that. But it's like, you know what, give me like 10 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, and that's like that's exactly in the line of work.
Time too.
Exactly in the line of work. Like we're always facing like I feel like dynamic problems that just have like a million different solutions, and we'll just sit until we find it.
There's a million different ways you do like everything.
Excuse me.
Like even like Photoshop, Illustrator, you could probably find 5 or 6 different ways to do the same.
Exactly, and like that mindset just ties in with like who we are. And like lately I've been noticing the people I talk to are just so like closed and like blocked off, and as soon as they see like a little bit of resistance, they're like, oh, I can't do this, blah blah blah, or I don't want to do this, or blah 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 blah. Like you hear it all, but That's why I feel like we relate and connect so much, because we're just like always looking for, how to solve a solution.
Sick, dude.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Just figuring out how to work things out, or like, if there's like an event going on that like means a lot to us, like we'll do our best to be there, like no matter what the circumstances are, even if we're just gonna show up for like an hour or two.
Believe in something, even if it means saying I'm in.
I actually have to go.
Hey guy.
But yeah, I just feel like in order to be kind of where we want to be, essentially in our career path, you need to have like a certain mindset moving forward, and you just need to be like open, and you have to roll with the punches no matter what happens. And that's like a mindset that I feel like a lot of people want to have, but few are willing to work to achieve, in a sense. Like everyone's all about the talk. Like I hear people all the time say they want to start their own businesses or like do their own thing, but as soon as they face a little bit of resistance, they just stop.
It's hard to commit yourself.
It's extremely difficult.
Even thinking sometimes about like doing different things, it's like oh no, I don't want to do it right now.
Bro, sometimes
even today, like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym, then I'm gonna come here and do a podcast. But I was like, it's gonna be pretty late, but I'll come here. I'll go to the gym in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Then in the morning comes, I'm not gonna go.
All right, well maybe the gym isn't as important as like.
No,
I mean, it's equally important for your health, and.
I'm saying just like being like committed and kind of like pushing yourself to like fully go 2 feet in and jump in.
You got to push yourself in pretty much every facet of life. That's just the quickest way to get to where you want to go. And I feel like I'm just like all about that this year. Lately, I just feel like I'm trying to go after every opportunity that's in front of me.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes, dude. That's why I started this podcast. But yeah, like I feel like, I'm in the business of just doing as much as I can and learning as much as I can, especially at this age too, where we're young. We have the time and energy to do it. I know Gary Vee says a lot, like you have to do all this shit when you're young because you don't have baggage. It's not like you have a family, you're not paying off a mortgage. You might be paying off student loans. That's a fucking shit ton of money right there, but only as you get older, more debt's going to accumulate because you're acquiring more things. So
for sure,
you have to use your time wisely at a young age, and I feel like that
sounds like growing up is depressing.
It is slightly depressing because like you have a lot more responsibility, but at the same time, I feel like you also have an equal amount of opportunity to do the things you want to do, and it's just a matter of you putting in the work to get there, or like finding out how you're going to do it.
I agree, man.
And I feel like that's like stopping like a lot of people from doing what they really want to do. Maybe they're scared, maybe they don't know how to get to where they want to be, but at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to figure that out and put a plan into action.
Yeah. I mean, even just meeting people too, like helps you being like surrounding yourself with like other creative people.
Exactly. That's why I feel like we're so like inclined to go out and meet new people and just like, I don't know. I feel like we have the most fun when we have like a spontaneous adventure.
Yeah, I mean anyone does. I feel like it was like.
But lately I feel like it's not even
the
like
best
that.
days are the ones that you just don't plan and you just like.
That's true.
And I mean, I guess kind of you have to be open to everything too to kind of experience that. To kind of just be like, all right, screw it, let's go to Vegas.
I don't think we've ever done that, but maybe
I'm booking the flight.
All right, whatever, dude. This Poland Springs really making me burpy.
You're gonna do burpees?
I don't ever want to hear that word again. But yeah, I just feel like just the way like things have played out like after college just kind of like shaped us into who we are, and I wish that more people could just have an open mindset like this.
Yeah, maybe after this they'll get inspired.
Hopefully I get more than like 1,000 views on this. That'd be sick.
You think your mom's gonna watch this?
You know what? She's been on Facebook lately, and she's been stalking my stuff, so I've been getting like pretty nervous.
My dad just added me on Facebook.
That's scary. That's real scary.
I think he keeps like deleting and putting it back. But
he's undecided. Tim Barron.
Yeah.
He's got to stay incognito. He's a cop, dude.
How was that tea break?
It was great. We're back. Great. All right. So, hot topics of the week. So what's going on with Area 51? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I honestly think...
I can't tell if it's like a real thing.
I hope it is. I hope some people are kind of like.
I hope it isn't because there's been
all those dumbasses are just gonna be fucked.
there's like posts from police stations and like the national like SWAT Facebook page is saying like people get shot on sight if they try to enter Area 51, and that's
Joe Rogan even commented about this.
Yeah, that's basically their way of saying like pull up, it's on sight.
Yeah, like I don't even know what I would do if I was even there. Like I don't even think I like have Googled Area 51 to see like what. Like, if there are like buildings there?
No one knows.
Like,
it's like the most secluded station in the United States. Like, how do people even know where to go? Like, how do they find Area 51?
You gotta bring some of those, like, other...
Dude, I saw Elon Musk tweeting about it. He said that he would have some of his flamethrowers available for people storming Area 51. I don't know why he just doesn't lead the charge.
He's the plug.
He's the plug. But yeah, all these freaking memes are crazy. Like, people saying, this is what I'm going to do when I bring my alien home. Like, it's so wild.
What do you do with your alien?
Honestly, I'd probably, like...
Do you think it would go with you willingly, or you'd have to, like trap it?
What if there's only, like, a few aliens in Area 51? I feel like everyone that's, like, tweeting and posting about Area 51 just expects there to be, like, an unlimited supply of aliens for everyone to take. It doesn't make any sense.
They could probably morph into, like, whatever. You have no idea.
I don't.
You gotta ask some of these experts to get them on here.
Well, the Area 51 storming is happening, I believe, September 20th. So if you guys want to participate, I think, that's about the time people are going to start storming.
You're taking rides there, right?
Yeah.
You're driving everyone?
Yeah, I'm driving everyone. So I'm definitely going to pull up and just get shot on sight by a bunch of SWAT team and Navy SEALs.
One of my friends actually bought a flamethrower from Elon Musk.
What was it, like $1,000?
I have no idea.
That's incredible.
But I just saw Snapchats of him just opening up the box and just like, no fucking way. You're actually...
Dude, if I had a flamethrower, I would carry it in my car everywhere I go.
Go in your car.
It's on sight, dude. Someone pisses me off, I have road rage, I just pull out a flamethrower. Like, who's going to fuck with
toast them?
I'm just going to toast them. Slightly toast them. But not actually set them on fire. Maybe change the skin color a little bit. Like, if he was Mike's color, he would turn it to my color.
What's my color, man?
Joke's on you, I don't see color. But yeah.
I think you saw that map, right, that came out where it's like Kyle's leading.
Yes, I did see that. And it looks
energy.
It looks like a great strategy actually. And they just have like everyone who has certain strengths is just gonna pull up to a certain area of Area 51. Like the Kyles, for people don't know on social media, Kyle is like somebody that wears like Monster t-shirts.
Kyle is a person, okay?
Kyle is a person that drinks a shit ton of Monster, wears a lot of gold chains, has like a lot of like stupid clothing, like tap out clothing, and punches drywall. So they're gonna go
drywall right there. What's that hole? Make sure your name's not
Kyle. Oh, come on, dude. We're filming a podcast.
I'm sorry. Yo, you didn't tell me your roommates were home.
That was my mom. She probably has no idea what's going on right now. Okay. Yeah, so...
No. What?
Alright, enough about Area 51. Let's end this podcast with something spicy.
What kind of dating?
Let's talk about dating.
Dating, okay.
In today's day and age. What's the pros, what's the cons, what's your take on it?
Dating in today's day and age. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like what you make of it. I don't know. Like, if you're proactive about trying to find that special someone, like, I need a girlfriend, I need a boyfriend, then you'll probably find one. Maybe. Or maybe not one that you really like. I feel like sometimes
I feel like you could say that about anything, though. Like, if it is what you make of it.
But I mean, like, some people, like, you could find someone who really likes you, and you're not gonna, like you might not like them back, but you could still probably be like, okay, I'm looking for a girlfriend. I feel like some people just get into relationships just because they want to have that.
Right, they want to have that, like, status. They want to have
that status or that other person. Just, like, not actually them, but just the idea of having them.
So what you're saying is, like, dating is, like, pretty fucked up right now.
I guess. I don't know.
I feel like, I just feel like for someone that hasn't been in a relationship for, like, the past couple of years, and that's dating now, like, I just feel like everyone's just having trouble trying to, like, find someone.
Yeah, like some people are rushing, and it's like, kind of just gotta be patient, I guess. I can't really talk about it for myself because I'm single as fuck.
You hear that? Michael Barron is single.
But
I agree with what you're saying. Like, I feel like maybe even me and you both have just gone to like this. I would say like last year we got into this little phase where like we were just trying to find that somebody because we felt
going through shit movement.
Going through shit 2018 movement.
That was
Rest in peace to that.
Yeah, you gotta pour one out.
It's a lot of water. A little bit. Not even too much water. But yeah, we kind of like got kind of obsessed with the idea of being with someone, and just because we like kind of felt doubt in our friend group, because I feel like me and you, the majority of the time are always actually we can't even speak because a couple of years ago when we were in college we had girlfriends.
Yeah, we did.
And then the other friends in our group were single.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but now the tables have turned. Right, exactly. Whoa. But yeah, I just feel like in recent months, I feel like for both of our experiences, it's just like maybe we're just like too caught up in the idea of just having someone instead of just like waiting for something to come.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now. Like just doing whatever, having fun.
I see. Cool.
Yeah, going out, talking to people, meet different people.
Exactly. You know? You're just living your best life.
Trying.
No, I feel that for sure. I feel
screaming help on the inside.
I feel like I'm in a place right now where maybe I'm not like in a ready place to be in a relationship or like be someone. And like in the past, I really thought I was.
Yeah, I feel like there's different things too. Like there's like like sometimes it's kind of fucked up to say, but you're kind of focused more on your work and like what you're doing.
It's not fucked up, man. It's life.
Yeah, I mean, like at a certain point you have to be selfish in a way, and just kind of like do what you want to do, and like you can like sometimes you can't really have to be like, oh, I gotta hang out with my girlfriend because
right.
I haven't seen her in like a day or two.
But I think that's
in the meantime, it's like you probably want to, but at the same time
you have to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah, like I think I read something today. It was like. Like I think it was like Will Smith. He was like I don't want to make my wife happy. I want her to be happy like
on her own.
Yeah.
Her happiness is her own. That's her own responsibility.
Yeah,
I read that too.
Yeah, good. I like that a lot.
For sure. Like I feel like once you meet that right person, they're not gonna like become part of your. I mean, they are gonna become part of your life, but you're not gonna like, you know, the relationship itself is not gonna be a thing. Like that person should like supplement into your life. They should support you. You should support them, but at the same time, you should have your own lives. And like once I feel like you find the right person, it's all just gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're dating and you feel like you have to see someone just for the sake of seeing someone, or like you have to hang out just for the sake of hanging out, I feel like maybe that's the wrong person. You're just doing it for the wrong reasons, and that's where like you're trying to fill that void of just having someone there.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about all these dating apps? They get a little crazy, right?
I've seen some crazy shit on those apps. I was on Tinder my senior year of college, and I did the swipe right method. So I swiped right to everything. I saw every single opportunity I had. And there's
what you call them, opportunities.
Not opportunities. I mean, like I get whatever, an opportunity for like a connection or like a relationship or friendship, whatever you want to call it. There are some scary, scary people on that app. I went on one date with a girl from Tinder, and it went like kind of well, but then I just wasn't into it, so I deleted the app.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't start dating again. I started dating someone last year. That didn't work out, which is fine for like.
Oh really? Just fine.
I won't get into it, but you know, I have nothing against her. She's an awesome girl. I would like to probably, you know, see if things work out in the future. But yeah, like my experience with dating is just, I don't know, like that person came into my life like randomly, and that was like awesome. And like she was everything I wanted at the time, and then it ended, and then started seeing other people, and then I just kind of like figured out like what I wanted and what I didn't want, and at the same time I matured as a person as well.
That's the other thing too, like even growing up, you kind of figure out what you want, what you don't want. And,
yeah, for sure.
And like within yourself and within
other
someone
people.
else. Yeah.
Exactly. So like I feel like once you,
there's no rush really.
There is no rush.
Figure
like
it out.
the best things in life just like come unexpectedly. Pause. But yeah, you get what I mean. Like just like someone randomly popping up in your life and just making it like 10 times better is like awesome. And I feel like at the end of the day, like as cliche as it sounds, like everything happens for a reason, no matter what. And like that person came into your life as like a lesson almost, or like that person's supposed to be in your life for a reason. And that's why I feel like when you're friends with me and like I actually like, you know, fuck with you on a certain level, like you mean a lot to me. Like my friends are the world to me. If I decide to like,
yeah, you look like Harambe.
Come on, dude. My sweet prince. But yeah, my friends mean everything to me. My family means everything to me. If I happen to be in a relationship that, you know, I'm actually
I just want to
serious
say that
about,
James Kasha, you look like Comer Up.
we can cut that out and redo it. Use your words.
Now I gotta think of something. I'm trying to figure out.
Yo, I told this is completely unrelated to anything we're talking about, but I told James about what happened when I slept over last night. I put him and JoJo in a group chat. You know what I'm referencing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm scarred for life, and I'm never going back over your house, James. I truly mean that. Anyways, yeah. So like if you know, I'm all about like connections.
Oh, James Kasha, you look like Mr. Sasso. Got it.
There you go. Exactly who he looks like. I'm all about connections, and like I really like nurturing like friendships and relationships, and just, you know, I like to put like my all into people, I guess you can say. And you know, so yeah, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to get at.
You're talking about dog your bros, right?
That was not my bro's dog.
Shit.
I think we covered a lot for this first podcast. Is there anything you want to mention?
No,
Anyone
man,
wanna
this
shout out?
was fun. I kind of like this a lot.
I like this too. Just open talks about life.
Yeah. Probably do this like every week.
I want to. I want to get a different guest. I'm going to try to hit up, probably after this releases, I'll have Gary scheduled, hopefully. Probably my brother, maybe Sean. Do some more of the friends too, see what happens. Gotta get some girls in here too.
Why? Are you lonely?
Okay, that's besides the point, but I'm trying not to be sexist.
Oh, yeah. Probably should. Just do your mom. Think she would enjoy it? Or she would just criticize you? Jason.
Oh, we should have talked about like parents too, but I feel like we just went over like 30 minutes already, which is a lot.
We could.
Nah, I'm ready. I'm good. I think I got everything out I wanted to get out. Alright. Thanks for being on the Saran Wrap. Put it there, pal. Till next time.